connect a Java program with database, we use the JDBC API. We get this JDBC API along with the JDK installation in the form of the java.sql package. This package provides a set of classes and interfaces to connect and communicate with the database. The main components from a java.sql package to establish and hold a database connection are driver manager and connection. Driver manager is a class and it has a static method called getConnection, which takes URL, username and password as parameters to establish a database connection. And connection is an interface used to hold the established connection, as the getConnection method returns a connection object. In this video, we will see how to establish database connection with both Oracle and MySQL databases. Before trying to establish a connection, let us understand how the communication happens between a Java program and database. For example, I'm trying to insert a record into a database from a Java program. The query would be something like this: insert into student values, ID and name. Here, the Java program sends this query to a component called the database driver. This driver converts the query details into a database specific format and sends it to the database. The database executes the query and generates a result, then sends the result back to the database driver. The driver converts this result into Java specific objects and returns it to the Java program. Here the important component is the database driver, and these drivers are database specific. All the communication between the Java program and the database happens through this database driver. If we are using Oracle as the database, we have to use the Oracle JDBC driver, and if we are using MySQL as the database, we have to use MySQL JDBC driver. Now we will see how to load the drivers and connect a Java program with an Oracle database. Firstly, we use the getConnection method of the driver manager class and pass the database URL, username and password. Here is the URL for Oracle database. This URL contains the details required to identify the database type and its location. Let us understand each part of this URL. JDBC indicates that we are using the JDBC protocol to establish the database connection. Oracle specifies the type of database we are trying to connect to. Thin represents the driver type used by Oracle. The thin driver is a pure Java driver that communicates directly with the database. Localhost represents the database server where the Oracle database is running. In this case, it means the database is running on the same machine. 1521 is the port number on which the Oracle database service is listening. XE is the service name of the Oracle database instance. Based on the URL, the driver manager understands that it has to use the Oracle driver. Since the java.sql package does not contain the Oracle driver, we must add the driver externally to the class path. We have to add OJDBC jar file to the class path to add the Oracle driver. Now the driver manager loads the Oracle driver, and after that we provide the username and password. The driver manager passes these details to the driver, and the driver communicates with the database. If the credentials are correct, the database opens a connection and returns it to the driver. The driver then creates a connection object and returns it to the getConnection method call. Finally, we store this returned connection using the connection interface. Now, let us implement this in Eclipse IDE. This is my Eclipse IDE. Let me create a Java project. Name it as DB connection. In SRC folder, I will create a package. Package name is com.db connection. And inside the package, I will create a class. Name the class as Oracle connection. So this is our Oracle connection class. Take a main method. Here I will load the URL first. We have already discussed about the URL. Now I will write the username. My username is mydb and the password is root. Now I will load the Oracle driver class. For that we have to use class and for name method. Here I will write the Oracle driver name. So this will throw class not found exception, so we have to put it in the try catch block. And after that I will use driver manager and call the get connection method. In the get connection method we have to pass URL, the first parameter, and username is the second parameter, and password is the final parameter. So this will throw an exception. We have to add exception to the existing catch class, so it will throw an SQL exception, so we are catching it, so exception is handled. So this get connection method will return a connection object. We have to store that connection object in connection. Import the connection. So this get connection method, based on the URL, it will try to load the Oracle driver. At the moment we have not added the JDBC jar file to our class path. Let me add it. Choose build path and then configure build path. Click on class path, add external jars. In my desktop I have JDBC 6. Click on it and apply and finish. I'm using Oracle 11G version, so it is a bit older version. For older versions we have to write class.forName method. Now here I will write connection is established. We don't need to write if or else. We don't need to check the connection object is null or it has connection, because if there is an error it will throw an exception and catch block will catch it. Save all the changes, right click on the program and then click on run as Java application, and we can see connection is established. So this is how we establish connection with Oracle database. I will show my Oracle database. This is my Oracle database and currently we are in Oracle SQL developer page. So I'm using MyDB and password is root. So the DB is loading. So this is the DB that we have just connected in our Eclipse IDE. And I will also print the connection interface implementation. So for that we just need to print con.getClass. Con.getClass will print the class which is implementing the connection interface. Save the changes and run the program again. So here let me open the console. Connection is established and class oracle.jdbc.driver.t4c connection. So T4C connection is the class that is implementing the connection interface, and this is our driver manager. Now I will show you how to establish the connection with the MySQL database. So for that I will create one more class in our package, and the class name is MySQL connection. Take main method in the class, and we have to follow the same procedure. We have to write the URL, username and password. First I will write the URL. MySQL URL is slightly different from Oracle URL. So here JDBC is protocol, MySQL is the database type, and localhost is the machine where the database server is, and 3306 is the port number, and Ganesh is the schema name. I will write the username now. I have already created a user called Ganesh in my MySQL database, so I will use the same one. And here password is 6676. I will write class.forName method to load the MySQL driver. This will throw an exception, so we will surround it with try and catch blocks. This will throw class not found exception. This loads driver. And here I will take driver manager and call the get connection static method. Here URL, username and password we are passing as parameters, and this will return a connection object, so we have to store connection. We have to import connection. Add exception to the existing catch class, so it will add SQL exception to the catch class. Here just print connection is established. And in the next line I will write con.getClass. So con.getClass will print the implementation class of the connection interface, and we will get to know which class from MySQL jar file is implementing it. And we shouldn't forget to add MySQL jar to the class path. So click on our project, go to build path and click on configure build path, choose class path, add external jars. I have MySQL connector jar file. Choose this one and apply and close. So now I have two jar files in my class path. One is JDBC, that is for Oracle, and another one is MySQL, that is to connect with MySQL database. So if we want to connect with some other database, maybe like PostgreSQL, we need to add PostgreSQL jar file. Let me run this program. So here connection is established, and the class which is implementing the connection interface is com.sql.cj connection implementation. So this is the class that is implementing. And here the referenced libraries in our project, we can see we have OJDBC jar file and MySQL, and these have classes, these have packages, and inside packages there will be classes which are going to implement the java.sql package. In the same way, they also implement the connection interface and load the drivers. So this is how we establish connection with both Oracle and MySQL database. And in the later videos, we will see how to use statement and prepared statement to insert data into the database and to retrieve data from the database. Thank you very much.